The second thing, and this is a point that I think might be lost on many, is a big and substantial portion of digital revenues are microtransactions. When you are 6 hours into playing Battlefield and you run out of ammo in your clip and we ask you for $1 to reload, you're really not very price sensitive at that point in time. And for what it's worth, the cogs on the clip really low. And so essentially what ends up happening, and the reason the play first, pay later model works so nicely, is the consumer gets engaged in a property. They might spend 10, 20, 30, 50 hours on the game. And then when they're deep into the game, they're well invested in it. We're not gouging, but we're charging. And at that point in time, the commitment can be pretty high. As a personal anecdote, I spent about $5,000 calendar year to date on doing just this type of thing on our products and others. I can readily attest to how well it works. But it's a great model, and I think it represents a substantially better future for the industry.
Well, it seems my assumption and the rumors were true. Disney actually stepped in on EA and made a phone call. I believe it was Jimmy Pitaro who called EA's head Andrew Wilson about Battlefront 2's situation. Now, from the article that Polygon posted, it did give a very lengthy conclusion and ideas to what could have preluded to this phone call, as far as even linking in the Star Wars story information about how important Star Wars is, especially how pivotal this next movie is, because the current director has been promised a 3-movie trilogy of his own, yada yada yada. It's really long-winded, and who really gives a fuck about the Star Wars movies? In all honesty, they suck dick. But apparently, this obviously was too much of an issue for Disney, and they cracked the whip. Thank God. You know you gotta be fucking up when a company that basically manipulates children with television shows and fictional characters to get them to want to come to Disneyland and have their parents spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, sits there and goes, "You're fucking up. You're a little too greedy here." It makes perfect sense, in all honesty. And it's a good thing. But as I said before, we don't know how long EA will plan to keep the microtransactions off. They could change their mind in a heartbeat. And I'm guessing they'll wait till the install base is all good and set in, then they'll roll it back out. The smart move would be to roll it out silently. No, there's no smart move to this. Whether they roll it out silently or they make a big dumbass PR announcement. Hey guys, guess what's back? Microtransactions. Aren't you excited?
That's why I use Anusol too, because my beautiful asshole could use less side effects.
And everybody's like, oh, hashtag Disney promoting gambling to children again. God, if EA keeps fucking up, they're gonna lose the IP. Now this story is brought to me by Ishiroid2, or the guy with the White Ranger icon. Best way to remember things, I remember people's icons. This is supposedly an exclusive story to VentureBeat. They're the same people who hired the guy that couldn't play Cuphead.
What the fuck is this?
Star Wars Battlefront 2 almost had way more Overwatch-style hero skins. According to the article, during the development of Star Wars Battlefront 2, developer DICE began work on a mode that played like Overwatch and featured similar business models to Blizzard's team-based hero shooter. According to sources familiar with the production, who asked not to have their names printed or titles to their job to protect their employment, the mode would have focused on teamwork and squad composition. And more importantly, it would have favored cosmetic items like hero costumes in its loot boxes over perks and weapons. Most of these ideas were dropped from Battlefront 2 due, at least in part, to requests from Disney Star Wars division Lucasfilms. So once again, you know, it's kind of weird. This coincides with Disney constantly kind of reining in EA's douchery. They put the kill on something stupid from EA. VentureBeat contacted Electronic Arts and Lucasfilms to ask if these comments for the story were true. Neither company responded to multiple requests. It will update if either company says jack shit. And usually when companies say either A, nothing, or B, they won't talk about rumors and speculation, that usually means, yeah, it's fucking true. I mean, when the, when the 1070 Ti was rumored, Nvidia said absolutely nothing. They're like, no, this isn't true. Linus Tech Tips was like, no, it isn't true. It's not happening. And I'm like, I wouldn't believe a fucking thing Linus had to say to me when it came to a big company. Then when Intel and AMD were working together, Intel said, we don't comment on speculations and rumors. None of it's true. And lo and behold, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago? The AMD and fucking Intel integrated chip and GPU for super slim gaming PCs was debuted. La di freaking die. You don't fool us, you assholes. Now, some might think this is bullshit. And I honestly think that there's some truth to this. There has to be a grain of truth because EA's track record speaks for itself. EA is constantly playing the game of catch-up with Activision Blizzard, if you don't know. This has been going on for like almost 10 years, dude. I've been around a long time, and I've seen EA and Activision trade blows for years. The most recent events that could lead to this was, if you remember, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 came out. Blew the doors off everything. Everybody's dicks got blown off. Everyone was like, oh my fucking Christ, this is the most legit shit ever. It made everybody forget about World War II shooters. Made people forget about motherfucking Medal of Honor. Believe it or not, the guys who worked at Medal of Honor became Infinity Ward, worked at Activision, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, shit all over EA. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, shit all over EA's Medal of Honor. So what happens a year later? EA releases Medal of Honor, you know, Modern Warfare, their version with the guy who runs around with the giant beard. And all I could think is like, God, why the fuck would you have such a big beard? That could get caught on like barbed wire or something. You're crawling through shit. What the fuck do I know? So they launched that and it was, oh my God, it was a commercial failure. It was trying so hard to be like Call of Duty, but try and have its own spin on it. It was just bad. It was really fucking bad. The thing is like focused on it focused on like Navy SEALs or some shit, Special Forces, Green Berets, and all the garbage. More recently, let's remember Mass Effect Andromeda. The fuck are you talking about, Gundam? Procedurally generated planets were kind of brought to the forefront by Hello Games with Sean, whatever the fuck his name is. I was about to call him Sean Spicer, but this is not his name. But the guy from Hello Games running around the procedurally generated planets, everyone was just riding the hype train that was just, you know how it is. It was basically Sony guys were riding the hype train. Oh, No Man's Sky, it's gonna come out, and then you won't see Star Citizen until 2025. And I remember Zill saying No Man's Sky is the poor man's Star Citizen. It's a pretty funny fucking quote. Yeah, I know you're gonna sit there and go, Star Citizen is not faggot, go fuck yourself. And you're right, it isn't. Point being, the procedurally generated planet thing became this huge thing. All of a sudden, EA was trying to make it happen in Mass Effect Andromeda. And as you know, procedurally generated planets are now a thing in Star Citizen. I don't know if they were doing it beforehand, but point being, Mass Effect Andromeda focused so heavily on that, but the limitations of the Frostbite engine led to numerous setbacks, technical failures, and they had to really rewrite the Frostbite engine to make this shit happen. On top of that, the Frostbite engine was kind of newer. It was a development team that didn't know much about Frostbite engine trying to make this happen for an RPG, and the Frostbite engine is limited to so much space, and you can't procedurally generate a planet with Frostbite's fucking engine. But EA tried anyway and failed miserably, so then they tried to shit out a Mass Effect in 2 years, went up in fucking smoke. Star Wars Battlefront 2 obviously was meant to be the game to, you know, come out, be easily accessible, a great IP. It's a great IP. What other game could come out that's a shooter and go toe-to-toe with fucking Overwatch? It'd be Star Wars Battlefront 2. So it doesn't surprise me that EA probably sat there and thought, well, maybe we'll do something similar with Star Wars characters and loot boxes and a lot of money. We'll make billions. And Disney was kind of like, oh, we don't know about this. So I would not put it past them that this could have been a possible thing. And on that note, maybe I should just fuck off. Because frankly, I think this is past that short little 5-minute time span I was hoping for. You know the whole spiel. I can't actually give more of a shit than me. Rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, to hell with it. You know, you're not obligated to do a damn thing, especially in the age of apathy. I'm just glad anybody shows up for this shit. Hell, I can't get people in my house to listen to me. I can't get people in Overwatch to listen to me. Soldier 76 is on second floor. He's probably gonna ult. Soldier 76 is on second floor. No, but Valkyrie Chronicles 4 is coming out? Talk about like a fucking ADD moment. Can you believe me? Alright, I might buy that shit. Color me interested, bitch. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, to hell with it, dude. You know what I'm saying. But if you do decide to follow me, just know that every one of you that supports me on social media and YouTube and so on and so forth only makes my voice louder in an industry completely and utterly saturated with corrupt companies and corrupt online figureheads that have no bones about taking paid advertisement, not being completely upfront with it, being slightly biased towards these things, or outright just making videos that are pretty much on the same level as my own and then telling you, support my Patreon. And it's just like, geez, dude, come on. You got like over 100k subs and you want Patreon money too? Ah, well, what the fuck do I know, right? Adios, pichachos.